Good morning, Year 4. I hope you're all okay. Today in maths, we're going to continue our work on multiplying two-digit numbers by one-digit numbers. Today it's a bit different. We're going to look at how to deal with the multiplication when it has an exchange in it. But before you do that, we've got our daily fluency questions. Can you please pause the video and spend around 3 minutes on these? Off you go. Okay, number 1, what is 25 multiplied by 6? Well, we know that there are 4 25s in 100, so we need to add 2 more 25s on, which are 50, so the answer is 150. Number 2, what is 12 divided by 2? We are looking for how many 2's go into the number 12. We can use our 2 times table to help us, and the answer is 6. Number 3, what is 6 multiplied by 100? We are making the number 6 100 times bigger, so we are making the number 600. Number 4, 800 add 120. You could use your column addition to help you, or you could do it in your head, but the answer is 920. And number 5, 4,251 add 2,862. I really hope you looked at this symbol here, this sign, which is an add, not a takeaway. Our number should be getting bigger, and your number should be 7,113. Okay, so yesterday we looked at this sum here. We know that each tray had 24 rolls in it, and to work out how many rolls there were in total, we partitioned the number 24 into its tens and ones. We know that we were looking at 2 lots of 20, which was 40, and 2 lots of 4, which was 8. So we know that there were 48 rolls in total. The other way we looked at this was looking at the short written multiplication method, where we multiplied the ones and multiplied the tens, and we got the answer 48 too. So we looked at 2 ways of doing that. This time each tray has 26 rolls, and we want to know how many rolls there are in total. So we know that there are 2 lots of 20, which is 40, and 2 lots of 6, which is 12. Now, the baker is a bit funny because he likes to make sure that there are 10 rolls on each row of the tray. So what he wanted to do is move 4 of the rolls over, so he's got a nice row of 10 there. And now we can see we've got 5 lots of 10 and 1 lot of 2. And 5 lots of 10 and 1 lot of 2 is 52. So we know that there are 52 rolls in total, because 2 multiplied by 26 is 52. So there are 52 rolls in total. Now our next multiplication, we are looking at 3 multiplied by 25, and I've got my place value grid here ready to pop my objects in there to make the number 25. I've chosen to make my number 25 with base 10, so you can see I've got my 2 10s and 5 1s, and I've got my 3 rows ready to pop those in 3 times. So my place value chart now shows 3 multiplied by 25. I can see here that I have got 3 lots of 5 1s, which is the same as I have got 15 1s. I can then look at my 10s, and I can see that I have got 3 lots of 20s, so 3 lots of 2 10s, and 3 multiplied by 20 is 60. Now, instead of working this out by adding 60 and 15, we could exchange some 1s for a 10. Now, if I go back, I can see here that I have 15 1s, so I can actually exchange 10 1s for 1 10. Now, I haven't taken anything away, I've just made it a bit easier to deal with. So you can see here that I've got an extra 10 underneath my place value chart. So I now have got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 10s and 5 1s, which is the same as 75. So 3 multiplied by 25 is 75. Okay, the next one I want to work out is 4 multiplied by 24. I would like you to pause the video and have a think, how would you do this, and can you work out the answer? Off you go. Okay, so I can see here that I've got it right so far because I know that I've got my 4 rows, which shows that I'm multiplying by 4, and I've got 24 represented in my place value counters in each row. So I've got my 2 10s and my 4 1s. Now what I'm going to do this time, I'm going to represent it in a written method. This written method is known as the expanded method of multiplication. And what I'm going to do first, I'm going to look at my 1s. Why do you think we look at our 1s and not our 10s first? That's exactly right, because if we need to exchange, if we start with our tens, it can get a bit complicated. So we always start with our ones first, never our tens. So we can look at our ones and we can count our ones, and we can see we have got 16 ones. And that is the same as 4 multiplied by 4, which is 16. I'm now going to take my tens and I can see that I have got 4 lots of 20s. So that is the same as 80. So I've got 80 represented in my tens here. I've got 8 tens, which is 80. Now I know that I can make an exchange with my ones here because I've got more than 10. So what I can do, I can take 10 ones and exchange them for 1 10. So I've got my extra 10 underneath here. I am now left with how many ones can you see? I'm now left with 6 ones and 9 tens. So my answer to 4 multiplied by 24 is 96. I would like you to have a go at question 1 and 2 on the worksheet, please. Off you go, pause the video. Okay, so far we've looked at 2 methods of finding multiplications of 2-digit numbers and 1-digit numbers. We've first looked at this method where we're using place value counters and a place value chart. We are physically exchanging 10 ones for 1 10. We are also partitioning our number into its tens and ones. This can be quite a long method, so we've chosen to use another method on top of that, which was our expanded multiplication, our written method of multiplication. I'm going to show you another method which is known as the short multiplication method. It's still a written method and I'm still going to use the same sum and show you how we can still get the number 96, but using our short written multiplication method and looking at how we can make exchanges. So as always, am I going to start with my tens or my ones? My ones, well done. So I can work out 4 multiplied by 4. If I already know 4 multiplied by 4, what is 4 multiplied by 4? 16, well done. What we can do, because we know we definitely have more than 10 ones, is we can exchange our 10 ones, which are highlighted in that blue box there, the blue shape, sorry, and we can exchange that for 1 10, which has just come up there. And we now can use that exchange of that 10 and pop that underneath our multiplication, our written method. So we got that in there so we don't forget to use it. What we can do is then count how many ones we have left over. We know we have 6 ones left over, but look at this pattern here, I wonder if you've spotted it. 4 multiplied by 4 we know is 16. Look here, this number looks like the number 16, but we've just made those 10 ones into 1 10, so we've changed the value of that number. We can then count the tens. We can look at 2 multiplied by 4. What is 2 multiplied by 4, please? Well done, 8, but it's not going to be 8 tens, is it? Because we've still got that 1 10 to add on. It's actually going to be 9 tens, which is 96, and we've got our same answer there. What I would like you to do is pause the video and have a think, have a go at answering this question, please. Off you go. Okay then, so we know that we have got how many ones? Well done, we have got 18 ones. We definitely have more than 10 ones, so we can exchange 10 of these ones for 1 10. We can then pop that exchange underneath our tens column on our written multiplication to show that we're not going to forget it. What we can then do is count the rest of the ones. We can see that we've got 8 ones left over. Look again for the pattern. 6 multiplied by 3 gives us that 18. We haven't forgotten any ones, we've just exchanged them to make it easier. And then what we can do is multiply our 1 10 that we have here by 3 times. So we can see 1 10 3 times, which we know 1 multiplied by 3 is 3. And then we have 3 tens, we're going to add that 1 10 that we've exchanged on, giving us 4 tens, giving us the answer to 3 multiplied by 16 being 48. Well done if you got this right. I've got one more for you here. What I would like you to do is have a think. Can you work out this multiplication, 3 multiplied by 71? But think of what you have to do differently this time. Pause the video and have a go, please. Okay, so let's make our short written multiplication. Let's write that down. So you can see I've wrote mine down on the right of my screen here. I've also got my place value chart ready to add my place value counters in. So I can see that I've made the number 71 with my 7 tens and my 1 1. I have got my 3 columns ready because I'm multiplying it 3 times. So I have now made the number 71 3 times. So I'm all ready to start on my short written multiplication method. I can start with my ones, and I know that I only have 3 ones. I don't have more than 10, so do I need to make an exchange? No, I do not. So I can pop my 3 ones here, which is the same as 1 multiplied by 3, giving us 3. However, in my tens, I can see that I have got 7 tens 3 times, which is the same as 21 tens. Now, because I have more than 10 tens, what do you think I'm going to exchange 10 tens for, year 4? I'm going to exchange 10 tens for 100. Now, I can still see here I've still got more than 10 tens left. So that means I'm going to make another exchange of 10 tens for 100. I can now monitor my exchange of my 200s and put them in my hundreds column. They must be in my hundreds column because they have now changed the value of my number. I can then think about how many tens I have left over. I have 1 10 left over and I have 200s. So my answer to this question is 213. You can also see the pattern here. What is 7 multiplied by 3? 21, well done. 7 multiplied by 3 is 21. And look here, I've just changed the value of my counters. So that was what was different there. So my answer is 213. Okay, now it's your turn to have a go at the rest of the questions on the worksheet. Pause the video here and work on the rest of the worksheet as well as your problem solving questions today. When you are finished, email in your work to the office please, and then I can have a look at it. Have a lovely rest of your day, year 4. Bye.